Keep it or kick it. You all know the rules. Head on down to your emotes bar. If you're a subscriber, you see the keep emote and the kick emote. You hit one of those. One means agree, one means disagree. With this statement, keep it or kick it. Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata as the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions.
Keep it or kick it. 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 Keep it, kick it, keep it, kick it, keep it, keep it, kick it, keep it, kick it, keep it, keep it, kick it, keep it, kick it, keep it, keep it, kick it, keep it, kick it, keep it. Keep it or kick 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 it. Keep it, kick it, keep it, kick it, keep it, keep it, kick it, keep it, kick it, keep it, keep it, kick it, keep it, kick it, keep it, keep it, kick it, keep it, kick it, keep it.
What are they saying, Zubes?
Okay, what'd you ask them? Because I crashed out of the stream.
Nothing important. Just Jamie Hayter and Aminata as the inaugural Women's Tag Team Champions.
You chummed the waters. You gave them what they wanted. It's a keep from E Prime, a keep from Florida Panthers Merlin, a keep from IMAHAB, a keep from Pacefall, a keep from the Matty Mac, a kick from Who Cares 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1, a keep from Skookum, a kick from Deemer 316, a keep from T Dills 2020, a keep from Irish Mac 21, a keep from Fruits Are Edible, a keep from Brian James, a keep from C755, a kick from Sludge Will, and a keep from Aaron Dude.
Sludge Will would be if he was a portmanteau tag team.
Yeah, that's right.
Slew Will, I suppose. Zeus almost all keeps. How does that align with your thoughts? What do you think of Hayter and Aminata?
Willage. Geez, it was everybody else in this match in the rest of the bracket. I forget what the rest of the bracket looked like.
Yeah, I guess we can just cover it now, sort of as one body. Let's do a little bracketology, Zoobs. I am going to pull this for YouTube, so know this. Here are your entrants into the AEW inaugural Women's Tag Team Tournament. The team of Aminata and Hayter. The Sisters of Sin. Of course, we learned on Dynamite tonight. That's who our first round matchup will be. That's Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Next matchup will be Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron taking on a team that we'll find out later on in the show. Mercedes Moné and Athena, very serious competitors. On the other side of the bracket, the team of Alex Windsor and Riho will be facing Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. I think you have to consider them pretty early favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Then, completing the bracket, the team of Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford will take on the team of TJ, Ty Mello, and Anna J. So yes, Zoobs, every team in this match will be in the tag team tournament as well. First of all, 3,500 foot view here. How do you feel about this field? How do you feel about this tag team tournament?
A good job filling it out. I think the initial reaction hearing the announcement of the tournament was a bit of like, are you actually sacrificing the depth that you built in the division by doubling the amount of people that need to be in every single match? But I think you do have quite a bit of depth and quite a bit of different ways to go about it and different people to insert and different styles and different interesting pairings and matchups. And you can build rivalries out of pairings, or you can twist it a bunch of different things. So yeah, I feel good about the field. I think there's a lot of people that could use a lot of TV time that I think are talented and we see week to week and really need something. I would say something to do, but something with like some purpose to it. So could really find some goals and some joy here. So it's hard not to say, like, it makes sense to me to go Tony and Mina. I think there's that you're able to continue having Tony as a top of a mountain somewhere, and you've done enough homework to make that pairing make sense. And it keeps her as somebody that is so magnetic and draws so much attention and is such a big, important part of the company anyway, that her star power gives the division some early credence when it probably needs it most.
Yeah, I think that we can probably agree no matter what, the team of Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa are going to be in the finals for this belt, right? I think
so.
they're going to lend legitimacy to the titles, whether it be winning them or someone going over them in the finals. But either way, I do think that all this Tony Storm star power and bankability will be lent towards these tag team titles in one way or another. But I would actually go a different direction. While I agree that Tony and Mina probably are the most likely winners right now, I think they have an opportunity to make people here. And winning as a tag team, and actually, I suppose maybe even more importantly, losing as a tag team isn't the same as losing in singles, right? So you can have people like Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné, and if you want to get Chris Statlander involved at a different point, involved in this scene. Athena's a title holder, and not necessarily have to take pins or be, you know, built up and lost. And so I think that you flex that here. I loved the looks of Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata as a team tonight. I thought that they would bring if you're looking to establish a style of a division with its first champions, I think that hitting hard is a great approach. And tag team title defense tonight. Wow, that's gonna be a brawl out there. I think is a nice thing to have associated with it, and probably isn't really a style that we've had associated with belts. Really, I mean, John Moxley sort of flirts with that, but more in like a hardcore tinged sense than what I would expect from a Aminata and Hayter run. So I would actually go that direction, but I think that that's going to be your final. And I like the looks of this tag team tournament. I'm with you. I'm treating it as an optimist. I think that everyone in this tournament knows that they got to go out there and show out, that they have to put these belts on the map. So I'm excited to see that play out on TV. And then I think that'll lead us like right into the C2. So I guess this will just be tournament season if they want to make this a annual thing. I don't know if they do with the tag titles, but I'm happy for 2 back-to-back tournament Zubes. I think the TV kind of needs it.
Yeah, it needs a weekly hook, a weekly progression, a weekly very clear A to B to C. The world feels connected with a lot of different people in it. I think it's important.
I want to know, Zubes, in brief thought, what you think of each of these tag teams and their likelihood to win. Are you ready?
Okay.
Windsor and Riho.
I'm not super huge on this one. I wonder where Windsor is going to find her footing. She had a really nice beginning and really popped into the scene nicely. I think this next little part for her is going to be really important.
Percentage chance to win?
Pretty low, 10.
And then Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. That's who they've got in the first round.
Yeah, so I did it. 50-50.
Gonna go 90 on Tony and Mina. What do you think they'll be like as a tag team together? We're gonna get to see their friendship sort of. Is this going to be a fun team to watch?
I think so. Tony's so good, man. I have faith in her to make a lot of sense.
How about for Megan Bain and Penelope Ford? Probably the team we're most familiar with out here, seeing the most rep. What do you think of them? Is this a chance to break them up during this tournament I've seen floated out, or is this they're going to?
I think so. I think this is the chance to separate out Megan. I think we've seen them so much. Are they getting anything out of this? I don't think so.
Bane's also just a great challenger for Chris Statlander. I know we've seen it, but they just match up in a way that's so awesome.
Yeah.
TJ, Anna Jay, and Ty Mello.
I have some time for this. Yeah, I think it'll be. I think, it's hard to with the very known quantity up there with Bane and Penelope is like the most known quantity, I think, of these teams. I don't know that they're at the level that we're hoping to get out of this tag team. They can have a run with the belts at some point. I don't think they're your first champions.
Mercedes Moné and Athena.
I think this is a great idea.
It's a great team, isn't it?
I think it's a great idea of sort of like these two who are unbeatable, and does the fact that they're together make them super beatable? It's like their weakness, their unity, I think, is super intriguing, and like they're both such iconic, stellar performers on their own that like the idea of having to trust a second person hurts them a lot. I think is really intriguing and really good.
I think,
but also like it's easy to find common ground, right? The common ground is we both understand what it's like to be like truly great.
It's lonely at the top. Something I just think about them is if in the semifinals we get Moné and Athena versus Aminata and Hayter, I think that's the match of the tournament. And I think Monet and Athena are just the best pure in-ring team of anyone in this tournament. How about
Yeah.
Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, Zoops?
I feel like it's hard to believe that Willow can't find a more reputable tag team partner. I'm just like, you would put Willow with a lot of people as your favorite, but Harley's thing is that she always loses, so I don't really know. You know,
Who
I
do
do
you
like
want to team up with? If you're looking around for, we're having 2v2 fights, with all respect, I'm running to Slack, you know?
Yeah, exactly right. And do like she's like an intermediary between Statlander. I think that's sort of a cool way to do it, but not who I would pick if I was like, it's a fighting competition.
And for both these teams, Zoobs, Willow and Harley and Monet and Athena, either of them have a chance to win. I think you kind of squint and make a chance for Monet and Athena.
Yeah, you could find a way. You could find a way to do it. I think. Yeah, and Monet, right? The belt. You can always throw another belt on there.
Yeah, and she even called that out in her promo tonight. I think she's like, "Oh, the 12th belt could be a tag belt. I'm in."
Yeah,
And then Zoob's final block, Sisters of Sin. Any chance to win here? What do you think of them together?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's good. And it's good to continue to have this side faction and continue to build cohesion. And I like the Triangle of Madness. Is that what it is?
Yep.
I do like them as a presence on the show and in the division. I don't think they're going to win the tournament. Though. I've been wrong about that, but I don't have them as a strong. The rest of the field is really strong, so it's hard to. They're really small. You know what I mean?
It is, and it does feel like a very strong field, especially on this side of the bracket. We talked about Amanada and Hayter during their match here on Dynamite, both big fans. I want them to win the tournament, but just in brief, give me a percentage chance here. They've got to be somewhere on the board, right?
Yeah, I think if they're in the 30s to 40s, I think
Hey,
they can make some noise. Yeah, they score a big upset, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. I think Almanada is somebody that every week when we see we're like tons of potential there, and maybe having a tag team partner, and maybe being somebody that is working in tag team spurts and like getting in and getting out and hitting hard and then getting out, and Hater as well, who we've been watching like get her feet under her and then maybe not quite find the footing. I think they could be really helpful for each other, and their styles could work nicely together. So one of those things where like you're just hoping for an escape of the beatings, and then they're both tagging in and tagging out, and it just comes and comes and comes. I think there could be a lot to that.
yeah, as you describe it, I actually would like that dynamic a lot. Hey, thanks for checking out that video. Next step, hit follow down below. Step after that, head over to twitch.tv/wrestlingbrain. We're live every Monday and Wednesday and on pay-per-view weeks, or just when we feel like talking about wrestling. It's many more shows than that. You can hit follow over there to be alerted every time we go live. If you need even more, patreon.com/J0SHC has a free tier and a paid tier. Check those out and see if any suit you fine. We'll see you then, and like Hiroshi Tanahashi says, love and energy.